advocacy. Haven't seen y'all, talked to y'all in a minute. I got some updates for y'all. So I'm live right now because I wanted to update y'all on some stuff that I got coming down the pipeline. And while I'm waiting to get unloaded and all of that good stuff, I haven't been live in a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. My mount has been tripping lately. So what's everybody been up to? What up, princess? So what I am have been up to lately. Don't chill at the shipper. I'm waiting to get unloaded. Can y'all hear me? Let me make sure. Hold on. Okay, hopefully y'all can hear me. Okay. On the scene, he was thinking about me. What about? That's weird. Who wants to go live with me? Anybody want to get on the camera? Um, so what I had did was I saw a casting for extras, background extras on the show called Sisters by Tyler Perry. So I applied for that casting, plus many more, a couple of different castings for a couple of different TV shows. And then I applied and did the interview for the CPS conservatorship role with the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, Family Child and Protective Services. Excuse me. So I'm waiting to hear back from them tomorrow. And y'all might see a girl on TV sometime soon. Oh, where did this come from? I thought that was a camera. Damn. So I'm excited about that. It's been like a crazy past 24 hours. My loads have been crazy. I'm on this new account. Um, it's it's a Sage Robinson account. So everything that I do is live loads and live unloads. So I had to deliver a load yesterday. Well, I was supposed to deliver it this morning at 5 a.m. But the load before that delivered at 5 p.m. And it was a 5-hour drive to get here at 5 a.m. I was late because I was so tired because I woke up at like 10 a.m. yesterday to do the casting call. Then I had a Zoom meeting right after that. And then I had to deliver right after that. Then I had to get on the phone with my tax man right after that. And then I'm driving. Didn't get no sleep. Got here at 6:30. They turned me around and said that I have to be back at 7 p.m. So I'm here getting unloaded. And then I have a load to pick up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. in Fort Worth. I think it's tomorrow morning. So I'm just like all over the place. What time is it? 7. So 8 o'clock, 8, 7, 6. I could take a 10-hour. No, I can't. Shit. So I can't take a 10-hour break to make it there to Fort Worth. So yeah, I've been super tired. It's been crazy. A lot of sitting, but I get a guaranteed pay of 1,500 a week. I'm just hoping that I get this position in at the CPS. Well, so this is the thing. If I get the position at CPS, then I can't do any castings because I can't take off for the next 6 months. So if I get any castings, it'll have to be. But then the one for Tyler Perry is in November. So, and that's only one day. So I could probably make that work depending on when my off days are. But if I get casted for a lot of roles and stuff, then I won't be able to work. It'd be a conflict of interest. But either way it go, hopefully I'll be getting off the truck. That's the exciting part. That's what I'm excited about, kind of, because I'm gonna miss truck driving though. Also, I plan on going to Mats. So if y'all are going to Mats, then um, if you guys want to go and you want a free ticket, my homegirl trucking with Aubrey, she has free tickets, so you can use her link. Her link is on her TikTok channel. If you go on TikTok and type in trucking with Aubrey, there's a link up there for Mats, and you guys can enroll and get the free ticket, or let me know and I'll send you the link if you want to go to Mats. So we're planning on doing that, and that'll probably be my last little rendezvous in the trucking industry until I do the pilot car stuff, which I'm gonna do. I just have to determine what kind of car I want to get because I have to get a car. I'm confused. I want a pickup truck, but I want my Escalade, and I don't know which one to get. I can't get both. So that's what I got going on. I got all of that stuff going on right now, and right now I should be taking a nap while they're unloading me, but I'm on live with y'all. I'm not gonna be on here long though. When I was on TikTok last time, some haters that I've been beefing with somebody, or maybe they're beefing with me. I don't fucking know, but they got my live blocked. So I got blocked from doing lives on TikTok, which is stupid. I don't understand why they keep doing that shit. Haters. I'm fucking tired of haters. Like, don't y'all got shit better to do? Like, does that make you money hating on people? Like, are you okay with that? Are you okay hating on people and not making no money? Like, why are you entertaining something that's not paying you? Maybe it's the negativity. I don't know. So, as a matter of fact, I'm really not going to be on here long because this little heifer back here has been hyper all fucking day long. And she keeps me up. She won't let me go to sleep. So, for the fact that she's actually calmed down right now and chilling, it's perfect prime time for me to take a nap. I got to treat her like a baby. You know, when you have a newborn baby, you have to sleep when the baby sleep. That's what I got to do with her. I know, R, but damn, the energy. I don't have the fucking energy for it. I'm gonna really make motherfuckers hate me. Let them see me on their favorite TV show. What up, princess? Let them see me on their favorite TV show. They gonna really be fucking because this bitch had the nerve to like I've been on news stations and da 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 da, and she copied me and blah blah blah. I've been there and done that before you was even thinking about social media. Before social media was even a thing. So keep being you to give those haters lives meaning. That's what's up, R. Yeah. Y'all, I met R. I don't know if you want me to tell him that, but I met him. He's cool as shit. I like R. He's fucking awesome. And he's cute. I didn't see a lot of times you meet truck drivers, especially men, they don't be cute. R is actually cute. I was surprised. So if y'all ever thought that it's impossible to meet me, it's not. Y'all can meet me if I'm ever in y'all city for the time being while I'm still on the truck. But yeah, I guess these haters, I'm in my own little shit. You welcome. I'm in my own little shit, right? I don't have time to be thinking about everybody else and what the fuck they got going on. I got too much stuff going on myself, trying to make these moves, make this bag. I don't have time to be worried about what y'all doing. I don't know. I guess they talk shit to try to make themselves relevant. I'm so tired. Oh my God. So the picture on this thumbnail is one of the pictures I took from the casting call. Did you know I had to do the casting call at Love's in the laundry room because there are no showers available and I needed to be somewhere quiet. I was in the fucking laundry room at Love's, y'all. If I make it big time and film and shit, just know that's where I got my start at the damn Love's in my laundry room. That was so funny. I'm like, if I ever make it, that's gonna be a hell of a story to tell. She was naming a lot of productions that like, oh my god, like for real? Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. I've been a part of a lot of big productions back in the day. It's been like 15, 10, 15 years since I was like in modeling and all that shit. I forgot everything. I gained all this weight. That's the one reason why I want her to get out the truck so I can get in the gym and get back to it, lose this weight, get back to being a bad bitch again. Show these hoes what the fuck they doing. Teach these hoes something because these bitches they getting out of pocket. Bitches be out of pocket for real. I don't know. I don't understand. They forgot what the fuck. They forgot what the fuck the protocol is, bitch. Like there's a fucking code of conduct. These bitches is just disrespectful as fuck. They don't understand. They don't understand fucking OG code of conduct. They don't make sense to me. So I gotta get them back in pocket. Don't let this shit fool you. Don't let this trucker shit fool you though. Don't let it fool you. Cause it's about to be some shit. That's cool. Y'all don't even know. Cause y'all haven't even seen it. Y'all seen me all as a trucker. You haven't seen me outside of trucking doing what I do. Fucking hosting clubs and parties and shit like that and like making fucking moves. I was traveling so much, doing so many different things. Cause in order to be successful, millionaires, they have multiple streams of income. And it's not all the same type of shit. It's not all the same niche. You're not gonna be doing nothing but social media or nothing but trucking or trucking and social media. Like what the fuck? That ain't shit. Like get some shit done. Like make some big boss moves. Like I know trucking is a niche, but damn, everybody's doing that shit. So yeah, I can still make moves in the transportation industry, but it's gonna be different than what everybody else is doing. Set yourself apart. You ain't doing shit if you're doing what everybody else is doing. I'm just saying. But yep, I got a lot of different things coming down the pipeline um, that I'm actually doing. All the other stuff that I've been talking about are things that I've thought about. I haven't done though. But I've always wanted to do acting. I've taken acting classes and I have a lot of workshops that I've taken. I have workshops. See, this is about to fall. What the hell, man? Why it won't stay up? Stay up there. If I start moving around too much, she gonna get hype again. Then I'm gonna get mad. There. I guess we're gonna have to do it this way. But I've always wanted to get back into modeling and acting again. It seems fun. We wanna I really wanna get into reality TV. So that's what I've been focusing on, doing that. Trying to bring something to the truckers. The truckers can enjoy. What up, Randy? What code name? So that's what I got going on. What up, Donnie? I think eventually I'm gonna sell my house because well that's gonna be like that ain't anytime soon. That's gonna be like when the boys graduate because I want to build a house on a ranch, have some acreage going on, and um, I want to build a compound like the Mexicans be doing. I want a compound of houses and different shit on my land, right? I want to be able to give something back to my children. When I leave this earth, my kids about to be set. Am I still getting married? I don't know. I still got a ring on, but I don't know if I'm still getting married. This yet to be determined. I got some stuff to figure out, so I don't know. I'm just playing it by ear right now. There's like one thing in particular that needs to be worked out before I can marry him. And my predicament is I'm not sure if do I break up with him because of it or do I just settle for it? Because he doesn't treat me bad or nothing. Thank you. I feel like I look like shit, but thank you, Donnie. Appreciate it. um, so I don't know. I got a lot of soul searching to do as far as marriage is concerned. I feel like I look like I was so cute yesterday. I wanted to go live yesterday, but I had too much going on. Interesting. It is interesting because I'm not sure, like, if I marry this dude without saying too much, there's gonna be an aspect of my life I'm gonna be unhappy with as long as I'm married to him. But I'm not sure if that's enough to break up with him about. I would have to speak to married people to get their advice because I really don't know what to do. I know there's a simple fix, but that simple fix is simple for me, but it ain't simple for everybody else. So that's all I could say. It could be, yeah. It, yeah, princess. Yeah, could be, but I can't do that no more. We can't do Dollface After Dark no more with me trying to apply for CPS. Why did I start driving trucks in the first place? Because it took me 7 years to get my bachelor's degree, and I wasn't ready to go to law school right away. So I decided to take a hiatus from school and drive trucks because I've always wanted to do that, and it's kind of like a hobby. And now I'm over it, and I'm ready to go back to the legal profession. See, when you make money, you could do that. Except what happened with me was my money got taken from me, and that's a whole nother story. I don't even like to talk about it because it's still in litigation. I can't really speak on that. But needless to say, I drove trucks because I didn't want to go back to law school. That's all I can say. I didn't want to go to law school yet. It took me 7 years to get my bachelor's degree, and after taking 7 years, it's supposed to take 4. I wasn't trying to go to school again for another 3 years. That's 10 years. I could have been a doctor in that time. So I just needed to take a break, and I needed to escape from my abuser, and I needed to. There's a lot of stuff that needed to happen, and trucking just made sense at the time. And that has nothing to do with marriage or if I will or will not get married or not, though. That has nothing to do with that. He don't mind that I drive. He actually wants to drive, so it has nothing to do with that. And like I said, that'd be something I would have to speak to other married couples about. In the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna try to build my brand and build my brand, saving children and building brands and becoming a celebrity all at the same time. Shoot. But this is what I applied for is called a CPS conservatorship position, and I'm basically the conservator over the children. So when they get taken from their parents and they become a ward of the state, at that time a conservator. So you have a CPS investigator, you have a CPS case manager, and different things they do different. There's different roles, they play different parts in the whole CPS thing. But once the child, all right, see you later, code name. But once the child is taken from their parents, they're assigned a conservator. You may have heard about a conservator with Britney Spears. Her father was her conservator. Something like that. You basically the parent of the child without being a foster parent. Like if the state has custody of the child, the conservator is the state, so to speak. Um, so my goal as a conservator would be to make sure that the child's needs are met and getting everything done that they need to get done, making sure the parents are doing what they're supposed to do, making sure plans and systems are in place to get the parent and child back together, and going to court and working with the child's guardian ad litem, which is a CASA probably, or a guardian ad litem is like a attorney for the child. Y'all know I love kids. Y'all know I love children. Y'all know that, like my kids used to always call, like tell me, Ma, this is happening with this. Can we bring them to the house? Can we do this? Like kids in my neighborhood used to go shopping in my refrigerator. Because when I was living in North Carolina, I was getting like $1,500 in food stamps. So kids would literally come shopping in my refrigerator, in my freezer. I had two deep freezers full of food. Whenever there was some stuff going down, I would try to help the parents, help the mom. I was always involved in helping children. I'm entertaining I'm entertaining fostering children or adopting. I can't be a foster mother or adopt while I'm a CPS worker, but once I become an attorney, that's something I might entertain doing. Since I can't have a baby, I'm thinking I just want to save all the kids, and this is my way of giving back, saving the children. So, but what drew me to this position was the fact that there's a lot of court involvement. And yes, I want to do criminal law, but I think I want to narrow it down to family law. And this is going to give me the other side of the story, right? You got the child side of the story, you got the state side of the story, you have the defense side of the story, you have the guardian ad litem side of the story. So I'll be doing a lot of court stuff. And that's what attracted me to this position. So I'm getting there slowly but surely. I'm getting back into the legal field slowly but surely. It's getting there. Um, if any of you guys are on LinkedIn, I need y'all to go on there and search for my profile, JoJon Harris, and endorse me. That will help so much. Yes, I also like this live and show y'all support. Um, through the emails that I've been sending back and forth with them, they have my YouTube channel, so they can see this video if they decided to watch it. But slowly but surely, I'm getting back into the whole legal profession. And eventually, my goal is to get off the truck, be able to get to a place where I can go to law school and support myself in law school while to go back to law school, but have something to support myself while I'm in law school. That's the goal. Once I get to a place where I can support myself while I'm in law school, I'm enrolling. It's happening. But I got to get off the truck in order to start studying for the LSAT. I need to get like to a regular schedule, a set schedule, a routine. like waking up at a certain time, going to work at a certain time, getting off at a certain time, cooking dinner at a certain time, going to the gym at a certain time, studying at a certain time. I need that structure in my life right now. So that's why it's important for me to get off the truck so I can do that. So I'm excited. I hope I get it. Y'all pray for me. If y'all believe in God, pray for me. Pray that I get it. I'm supposed to hear something tomorrow. Pray that I get it. I don't feel nervous though. They asked me two questions that I think I totally failed and bombed on. One of them was something about adversity. There was like, when was the time when you dealt with someone and struggled with adversity or something? And I couldn't understand what she was asking me. So I talked about the time where we're recruiting. I was recruiting a driver and he was racist and he didn't want to hear nothing from a black female truck driver. A black female truck driver couldn't teach him anything. I asked her if I can Google the definition of adversity. She said no. And I'm like, I don't really understand what adversity mean. So after the interview, I Googled it and I'm like, I totally fucking bombed that question. The adversity is like almost, it has to do with not having, you know, not having, right? Not having things, right? Like adversity. Uh, Adversity could be being poor or being homeless or not having medical care, like not having the things that you need to be good, I guess. I don't know, but I totally flunked that thing. I think I flunked it. And then another question she had asked was, it was the first question. She said, "Name a time when you had a conflict and how did you resolve it?" And I went blank. I had a whole bunch of conflicts that I resolved, but I went blank. And I don't even remember what I told her. It has something to do with driving and trucking and being a mentor and ambassador and all that. I just, because the how the interview went is that she was just asking questions, like 7 interview questions. She didn't ask questions like, why do you want this position? What are your strengths and weaknesses regarding, like I'm expecting those type of questions. I'm expecting questions that's gonna be, these were out of the box questions that had to do with the job. And I'm expecting in the box questions that got to do with the job. So I don't think I answered that question well. She asked a question about um what who are the hardest people to work with and why? And I'm like, and I'm trying to think of an answer that will correspond with the position that I'm applying for. I said drug addicts because they are hard to work with. They had this chemical imbalance in their head from these drugs, and even though they want to be good and they want to do better, they can't. They can't be better because they're addicted to the drugs. And it's hard to work with them because what can you do? You want to help them, but you can't enable them. It's a fine line between helping them and enabling them. She asked a question about name a time somebody didn't understand you and how did you overcome it? Or yeah, I don't remember. So mind you, this interview was today at 2:45 p.m. I had woke up yesterday. Wait, no. I went to bed yesterday morning at 4 a.m. I woke up at 10 a.m. Was up until from 10 a.m. yesterday morning until 10 a.m. this morning. I went to sleep and woke up at 12:30 to do this interview. So I had only gotten what 4 hours of sleep in 24 hours, and I did an interview with 4 hours of sleep on the truck here. Ah, I was so sleepy and kicking myself in the ass because what the fuck am I doing an interview with 5 hours of sleep for? What up, King? But all I know is this. I know just it's gonna snow tomorrow. I just got a notification on my phone. It's gonna snow tomorrow. Shit. All I know is to be me, right? All I know is the reason why y'all are here is because I'm me. I'm myself. And I try not to psych myself out with all the other people who are on the meeting and how professional they are. They have like degrees in social work. I have degree in criminal justice. I'm in Texas, Plainview, Texas. So I couldn't find my brush to brush my hair. It was it was terrible, y'all. But all I knew is just to all I knew how to do was just to be myself and not psych myself out. I hope that was good enough. But we shall see. I don't know. I would love this position. So after the interview I sent a thank you letter. And then so if I get this job, I have to write a letter of interest. And it's an essay style. So they're gonna judge me based on grammar, like all that shit that you grade an essay on. They're gonna ask two questions and I have 45 minutes to answer that. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going over. I got to in. I'm interviewing for a CPS worker, conservator, and a casting call. I did a casting call, and hopefully I'll be getting off the truck soon. And I was just going over how the interview went and what happened on the interview, and hopefully I get it. I really want this particular position. There's a lot of other positions within CPS, but I really particularly want this one. I feel like I'm already in it. I feel like I've already been in it, like dealing with children. Like my daughter's friend was getting abused, and she was like, "Can you help her? Can you pick her up?" Like my kids come to me because they already know that I'm already in that industry, in that field. Thank you, King. So my kids already recognize if anybody can help, it'd be my mom, right? I will be taking kids from parents. Damn. No, that might be a possibility. That's not the goal. The goal is not to take the kids from the parents. The goal is to remain to the goal is to keep them together. That's the goal. And that's what people have CPS all messed up with. Like people think CPS is to take their first thing is we're taking your kids away. We don't want to take your kids away. We want to keep your kids with you. We want to help you get to a place where that's yeah, that's in it. If I mean, that's with anything. If you're a court mandated reporter and you see child abuse and it's serious, you have to report it to CPS, and CPS has to investigate and make the necessary decisions. So if a child is in dire stress and in a life or death situation, that damn right they're getting removed from the home. So I mean, that's part of the job. Yes, it is, and I'm okay with that because again, a lot of it has to do with drugs. A lot of it has to do with chemical imbalances in the brain. A lot of it has to do with just your upbringing. Like I look at people and their children and the struggles that they go through, and I think like I see why they're going through what they're going through. I see a way to fix it, but you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? And so when that's a situation like that, the only thing you could do is look out for the best interest of the child because you can't make the parents change. The only thing you could do is just give them support and hope that they do what's right. I don't like to. Some people don't. I'm not even gonna say that, but some people shouldn't have children. They shouldn't be allowed to. I really believe like since they're making it a whole issue about abortion and stuff, saying that people can't have abortions, they should make it to where if you get pregnant and have drugs in your system multiple times, like say for example you got 4 kids and every time you had a child your child tested positive for narcotics because you was doing drugs while you was pregnant, I feel like after a certain amount of times, you should get your tube side. They should make you get your tube side. Not the people in the government assistance, you feel. What do you mean? What up, Shape? Because a lot of times these women are having sex for money to get drugs. They're not necessarily getting pregnant because they're planning on it. They're just trying to get that fix. And then they happen to get pregnant and they're not really necessarily they're not caring that they're pregnant. They're caring about that drug. So they are the type of people that should get their tube side. We should give them a hysterectomy or something. Like the state needs to take advantage of, like, they need to be the conservator of that person before it even gets to the children, right? The children didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be a part of that. If y'all can make a decision that people can't have kids because the people on government assistance bringing kids in the world to get money off them. Well, no, because I'm on government assistance. I was on government assistance most of my life. Government assistance help me get through college. Government assistance helped me feed my children. I got food stamps all the way up until probably 2 years ago. So I think government assistance, if used correctly, can be helpful. It's not it's not meant to be a crutch. It's meant to help you get up and on your feet and towards self-sufficiency. I really hope I get this job though. I really do. So y'all pray. I need all 20 of y'all to pray to whoever y'all praying to. Allah, God, Jesus, Mary, Joseph, Jim, John, I don't care. Pray that I get this job. Put it out in the universe. Meditate. If you don't even believe in nothing, meditate. I need all of y'all. Like, if I don't ask y'all for nothing, I'm asking y'all for this. I'm gonna take a pay cut and I don't care. But I need y'all to really put it out there. That's so judgmental to say about people having children for assistance. It's not judgmental. I mean, some people do use assistance as a crutch, and they only have children so they can get on assistance. That's true because some people don't want to work. My mom was one of them. She's probably the poster child for it, right? So I mean, it is what it is. However, I didn't come out bad, right? So she used the system as a crutch to get what she wanted so she didn't have to work, but she took care of her kids, you know. I mean, here I am. I'm alive. I'm healthy. I'm well. But is that the majority or is it life? I don't know. I don't know the statistics on what that is. Like, so when you think, I don't know what economic background you come from, but black folks have been marginally disadvantaged, right? I mean, it goes all the way back in the day. We were born into slavery and we didn't have shit. So the only way to get anything was to get on government assistance because we wasn't allowed to have anything. We couldn't vote, we couldn't get jobs, we couldn't go to school. Then they would segregate us into certain areas of cities and they wouldn't give us any assistance like all the white folks could get, right? So we had to make do with what we got. When you are segregated in a city and you don't have access to transportation to go to school or to get a job, you don't have access to money to buy clothes, to go to an interview, you don't have access to food to feed yourself, you gotta rely on the government to get those things because they want to segregate us so much. What King say? Don't take what I said and run with it. I grew up on Baton Rouge and I've seen things. Right, right, right. So sometimes, you know, for example, me growing up, I thought food stamps was a rite of passage. Like I thought food stamps was what something I thought that's what you're supposed to do. I thought you're supposed to grow up and get on food stamps. I didn't know that that's just help and assistance. I thought you're supposed to like because that's how I was raised until I learned. Then I was like, I don't want to be on food stamps. But now then when I decided that I didn't want to be on food stamps, I needed it. I needed the food stamps, right? But a lot of black folks, and then so there no, a lot of people in the ghetto, because you got the white ghetto, you got the black ghetto, you got the Mexican ghetto. A lot of people in the ghetto, they don't have government pay with people assistance. Never believed it to be 100% stable. The ghetto in the ghetto, you don't have access to what everybody else got access to. Most people in the ghetto don't have a car. They can't get to school. They can't get to work. People are losing jobs because they can't even get to work. So just think about it. If you were raised in the ghetto, you probably were raised around gang members. You probably did drugs or sell drugs. You probably have a record. So then you got probably a felony. You can't even get a job, right? So then you have to get on assistance because how are you going to feed your family? Then, so on the flip side, you're probably a mother who grew up in the ghetto, who around drugs, and you ended up doing drugs because everybody else was doing them, and that's just your environment. You can't. Now you're addicted, and you need assistance because you can't get a job or keep one. Um, and then you got to get on assistance to feed your kids, right? So I mean, there's so many avenues to that. Some need a hand up, but people should take full advantage and rise above. Exactly, that is true. Dog, when you get in this new job, will you still be going live like this? Yeah. Maybe. I gotta ask if I can. I gotta find out what I can and can't do. Yes, the job will be in the law field. Well, it's for CPS. Positive your environment. Facts. When I was in college, economics, I took economics, and economics taught me a lot of this stuff, which is weird because you would never thought economics would teach you about the ghetto, but I mean, it's a crazy circle of life. If you don't have access to schools, you don't have access to education. If you know better, you do better. But if you don't have access to know better, how you gonna do better? What's up, Shape World? So then it's just gonna be a revolving circle of stuff. And I want to help with that. When you know better, you do better. Right. When you know better, you do better. But if you don't have access to get to know better, how you gonna do better? What up, Nisi? Right? So you can't do better. I'm like, Shape, you think Chuck can stress you out? This really is. What y'all talking about? What Shape say? Government play with people, assistance, and everything. I don't know, cause the government play with people, but I don't think assistance does. Most likely, they'll put a gag order on you that says you can't talk about your cases and other things related. Of course, I wouldn't do that. No, I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't be. I would never talk about any of the cases. Oh yes, I'm ready for this. Yes, I'm ready for it. I've dealt with stuff like this before. Um, like I said, you guys know where I came from. You guys know what I came up in, and I should not be here. I should be dead or in jail. So I'm ready for it. I've been in it. I've been in the trenches. So yes, I'm ready for it. I think everything that I went through in my past prepared me for this, actually. And that's why I feel like I'll be great for the job. And she didn't ask me that. And I wanted her to ask me so bad. I wanted her to ask me, why you think you're a good fit for this position? And I was about to lay it all out, honey. But she didn't. So that's why I had to write the thank you letter. On sometimes need help. You never talk to CPS employees. I haven't talked to other CPS employees, but I've dealt with CPS. My baby dad used to always call CPS on me, telling them that I'm a bad mom. it was always unfounded. I was never investigated, but yeah. Well, I put it in my resume. Um, I put it in on my resume. I put it. Where else did I put it? It was somewhere else. I put it in my resume, and then I put it in the thank you letter after I got had the interview. That's what's up, R. Nisi, yeah, I'm trying. Hi, did y'all get in touch with each other? Who was that? Who just texted me? I'm trying to apply for a CPS position. Oh no, no, I filed my taxes. Hold on, y'all. So I kind of put it in there on my resume and stuff. And then in the interview, she asked me something, and I told her that I was a victim of human trafficking, and my daughter was oh, she was asking me. Well, she asked me something, a couple of things that made me reference my daughter being in an abusive relationship, and me being in an abusive relationship, and also being a victim of human trafficking. So I was able to get it in a little bit, but if y'all believe in God, y'all, somebody, whoever, pray for me. I want this really bad. Welfare is what assistant. Welfare is what it is. Assistance for your situation at the time being to get ahead, because in some states you have to attend some type of training for work. Yeah, so mostly all states you have to. If you're getting cash assistance, you have to do work study, work related stuff to get off of cash assistance, because that basically the state is paying for you. If you apply for Medicaid, you got to put the the child's parent on um, child support. If you're getting food stamps, 9 times out of 10 they don't really trip off of that. They don't make you do too much for food stamps. But for cash and Medicaid, yeah, these are the type of transition that happens either to me or to someone that's around me. Well, R, let's speak that into existence. Let me get this job. You heard? I do believe in God. I do. I believe in God. I'm not an atheist. No, I'm not an atheist. Wait, what did I say? Because both of y'all asked, what did I say? Oh, oh, I know what I said. So I said, pray for me or pray to somebody, because not everybody believes in God. So I'm telling y'all, if not everybody on here believes in God, pray to whoever y'all pray to, or pray to the universe. Meditate. Meditation is the same as praying. Put All I'm saying is put it out there in the universe for me to get this job. That's what I meant. Which is great, because the money they give is not enough to survive on. In some states, it is, boy. Saying. What you know what got me through college? My daughters were on Social Security, so I was able to pay my rent and bills, all of the needs that I needed through Social Security, so I can go to school full time. So I thank God for that, because if it wasn't for that, and I got that idea from Mitt Romney, because I heard that's what he did to get put himself through college. I don't know if that's true or not, but I was like, shoot, use the system to get ahead. Because a lot of people want to claim the system is to keep you down. If you play your cards right, you can use the system to get ahead. I used the system to get the CDL. I didn't pay for this CDL. I didn't pay for it. I got paid to get my CDL, actually. So you got to just know how to use the system to get what you want. It's there. If you see, that's what I mean by not having access to things, and why some people are disadvantaged and being kept down, because if you grew up in a ghetto, you don't have access to the information, or you don't have the knowledge, or the forethought to think about how you can use the system to get ahead. I really believe that's why it's important. Big brothers and big sisters is important. If you want to mentor children and stuff like that, I think everybody should do big brothers, big sisters, so you can give them this knowledge and information. Is counseling part of the process? You're going to have to provide for the child parent for the job. Um, I would have to refer probably counseling to the child or parent. Yeah, I believe so. Of course, because we have to put together a permanency plan, and a permanency plan is basically a plan of getting a permanent plan for the child, whether it's going to be with their parents, their foster, or some type of parent or guardian. A permanent residence, permanent placement of where the child is going to be. That's the end goal, right? So you want to make sure that if they're going to be with the parents are doing everything that they're doing, they need to do to get their kid back. And if that includes counseling, you're going to refer them to counselors. They might have to take psychological evaluations, psychosocial evaluations, psychoeducational evaluations, because there might be challenges or roadblocks to hinder them from getting what they need. Like for example, say for example, a parent needs an education to get a certain degree or certificate to get a certain job so they can make the money to pay the rent to keep a house and roof over their head and food on the table. But they can't get that job because they don't have a certain certificate. They can't get the certificate because they keep failing in school and they don't understand why they're failing. So then I would refer them to a psychoeducational evaluation and we'll find out what's wrong. Why is it that you can't, do well in school? And from that psychoeducational evaluation, there might be dyslexia or some type of learning disability. So now we identified the problem. Now we can have steps, we can provide steps to help fix that problem so that they can get good grades and then they could graduate, they could get that certificate or diploma or a bachelor's degree or degree, and then they can make the money, get the job to make the money to support their child and then get their child back with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always about mom has to get off drugs and stop messing with the dude. It goes deeper than that. They have this thing called a CANS assessment, and adolescent adolescent needs and strengths and needs and strengths. And basically you go through those and find out what is a strength, a weakness, and a need that these child and parents need have. So for example, a strength could be having support, family support. And if that's all they have, then you have to find out how you can make that strength something that's going to get them towards permanency and all of that stuff. So I mean, yeah, I hope that if I'm hired, I can still do videos like this, but I would do videos that teach people about how to be better parents or how to overcome certain challenges and obstacles so that you can so you won't be a part of the system. So I think that my channel will evolve into a different audience. It will no longer be truckers, it'll be people who are struggling with their children or people who've gotten their children taken from them or something like that. I want to bring value to people. I'm excited. I want this so bad. So bad. So bad. No, I didn't see that video. Mm-mm. People see rearing children differently. Rearing? What do you mean by that? I gotta pee, y'all. Where the fuck is the bathroom at? I'm excited though. Posted 5 days ago. I'll look for it when I get off of here. If I don't get the position, that's fine. Um, there's other positions within the department. I got the guy, the human resource director, his email and phone number. So, oh, discipline, right? Okay. So, yeah. you you talk about networking. See, using your resources. I have this man's email and phone number. So if I don't get this position, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm going back to the drawing board. What up, Shannon? And I'm going to send my resume, all of my accomplishments, a personal statement. I'm sending everything. I'm everything in my arsenal at this man. And I'm gonna tell him how passionate I am. I might even do a video interview or some type of video audition to tell him instead of writing it down to tell him how I feel and what I want and what value I could bring to the company. Thank you. So maybe it wasn't meant for me to get that position. Maybe it was meant for me to get another position. And maybe I had to go through this to get that man's name and email address and phone number because the universe wanted me to talk to him and not get this position, right? So that's why I always tell people don't look at the glass as half empty. Don't look at it as half full. You didn't get the job that you wanted, but what else did you gain from that? When I was doing the Zoom meeting, I was writing down everybody's names that was in that Zoom meeting and their title. I'm on LinkedIn right now and I have people's names and like they have profiles on LinkedIn who work for the department. I've been emailing people and all kind of stuff. So sometimes it's about networking. So you never know. It may have been the purpose of me doing this interview was probably for me to get the to get to networking with these people to do a different position, a better position, right? So you never know. I'll still be bummed if I don't get it, but I still see the bright side of it, right? I still see the good in it because I know how to get what I want when I really want something. I know how to get it. For example, I almost didn't even get this interview in the first place. I will send a letter. Just let me know. Okay, Nisi. Yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome. I'm on LinkedIn. If you can go on my LinkedIn page and you can connect with me there. It's JoJon Harris. But I if I really want something, I can put my mind to it and I can get it done. I feel like I put 70 to 80% into this interview because of everything else that I had going on with trucking and everything. But tomorrow, if they send me that letter of interest form, or if they send me I forgot what it's called, but if they send it to me, I'm pulling this truck over. I don't care what this load time, appointment time is. I'm pulling this truck over and I'm doing it. I'm putting it all out there. I've been stabbed in the back in the past on here. I haven't been up to the networking with too many people. That's why I keep my head down and I stay to myself. See, when you're trying to do something, you got to do it in silence. You don't hear Jay-Z, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett announcing what they're doing. You don't hear them announcing their next move. They make that move and then people find out about it. So that's to avoid the backstabbing and getting burned by people. Yes, Nisi is one of my recruits. She just got hired. Oh, she got here hired here a variant. Whew, I'm excited. You see how passionate I am talking about that? Do I even talk about trucking like that? I talk about variant like that. Y'all know if I'm passionate about something because I talk about it with passion. I haven't talked about trucking like that, but I've talked about variant like that. I've talked about law like that. I'm excited. Oh my gosh. What if I get it? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna pull this truck over. I'm gonna go off duty. I'm gonna pull out my computer and everything, and I'm gonna do this. Like when I'm driving tonight, I'm about to be listening to what this thing is that I have to write and samples of it and how to do it right and all of that stuff. So they have a program. It's called. I wrote it down. It's all my notes from the Zoom meeting that the dog chewed up. Oh no, wait, where's the other part of it? See, she chewed up a piece of the piece that I needed to read to y'all. Okay, hold on. Oh, Nigel, you suck. Child Welfare Education Program through University of Houston, and they'll pay for it. They'll pay for you to get your master's in social work so you can do the child welfare education system, um, educational program or something like that, CWEP. And yeah, I don't think they'll pay for me to go to law school. I don't know. Never know. I don't know. But I'm down for it. But you know what? Even if they don't pay for me to go to law school, okay, I got it. I got the job, y'all. I got the job. I'm waiting for them to send me the paperwork so I can write this essay. So if they don't pay, like going to law school is not a, it's not a thing of money to get into law school. It's a thing of how I'm support myself while I'm in law school. Now, if I get a scholarship, then that's great because then they'll pay for my classes and possibly I'll have some little runoff that I can put towards my bills and stuff. Yeah, they could be creative. And it's all about networking. The lady who's running this program, the CWEP program, she's working at the University of Houston, right? And the person who interviewed me, she trained that person. So you never know. Self assurance and relationships. Shape World, go on LinkedIn. Oh no, is it LinkedIn? It's on Indeed. Indeed has educational workshops for like leadership, success, personal relationships, like everything that you need to leadership training, stuff like that, to be more, to build like certain skills that you're trying to work on. So if you're working on self assurance and relationships, they have courses and workshops on that too. I would look into that. All right, well, we got it then. We got the job. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for them to send me this stuff. I think they're gonna send it around 9 a.m. They're gonna send it to me, and then I'm gonna go live and tell y'all I got it, y'all. Counseling has been a real blessing. I'm going all year long. I love counseling. People don't understand the gift of counseling. They think it's bad, but it's really good. It's like because you don't, we weren't born with a rule book on life and how to live and how to survive. But counseling is based on theories. And theories, people have different theories of life and how things happen, and how the mind works. And counselors, they'll adopt a theory and they'll counsel people on it. So if you find the right counselor, you basically found somebody that has a rule book to life almost. So it's not a bad thing going to counseling. Like I went to parental counseling. Parental counseling teaches you so much stuff. Parental counseling taught me how to be a parent, but I've used those things in life. For example, just something really simple. There was like for example, when you're telling your kids to clean the kitchen, right? And you tell them to clean the kitchen and they cleaned it. They cleaned it and they're happy that they cleaned it, but you get mad at them because it's not cleaned how you wanted to clean it. So then they don't understand that because they thought that they cleaned it, which they did, but it's not up to your standards, right? So you have to figure out. And this is what I say that I use with everything. What you will accept, you'll get a piece of paper, you put what you will accept, what you won't accept, and what you can negotiate on. So look at the kitchen situation. You put in there what you will accept, what you won't accept, and what you can say, okay, it's cool, it's clean. And that's what I do with everything. That's what I do with my relationships. That's what I do with friendships. In a relationship, when dealing with a guy, I have identified what I will accept from that guy, what I won't accept from the guy, and what I can negotiate on. Something that I can negotiate on would be something like if he doesn't make over 50,000 a year. What I won't accept any type of abuse, emotional, physical, mental abuse, right? What I will accept is love, compassion, empathy. So that has taught me, going to parenting class has taught me something I could take and use for my whole life. And that's counseling. That parenting class went through um, a psychologist. So don't count out counseling because I'm telling you, they got the rule book to life. It can help. It's not people telling you what to do. It's people giving you tools for you to do as you will with them. They're giving you tools to maneuver through whatever problems that you're having. They're not telling you what to do. They're not all up in your business. They're just giving you tools to teach you how to think critically and to teach you how to use those tools to get through what's ailing you. So I think if y'all don't listen to anything else that I say, go to counseling, even if you don't think you need to. It's someone to train to hear through your issues and help see the fine line, not being boxed in and complete openness. Right. I think I look at life like it's nobody's problem of mine. Am I wrong for thinking like that? I can't say you're wrong for thinking like that. Your feelings are valid, but you would never know. You can't say that it's only your problem, it's nobody else's problem but yours because somebody might be going through the same thing that you're going through. And even if they're not going through what you're going through, let's think on a counselor, like with a counselor. Even if the counselor is not going through what you're going through or doesn't even understand what you're going through, because you have problems, because you don't have problems that you can't handle. Okay, but I can say this: there's something going on in your mind that makes you. There's something going on in your mind because you said what you just said. You said that there's nobody's problem but yours. That means something deep down under the layer of onion, under those layers, there's something deep down in there that makes you feel that way. A counselor can help you identify what that is, and then you'll be more open, right? You'll be more open to hearing what other ideas are of the problem, or like for example, but so no, that's wrong to feel like that. Because if you were the only one to fix it, if you're the only one who could fix it, good night, Nisi. It would be fixed by now. And or maybe you are the only one who could fix it. But what a counselor can do is give you multiple tools on different ways you could fix it. You might be only thinking of one way to fix it. And it might not even be having to fix it. It might be what was the cause of the problem that you don't even see, that you're not even recognizing. You might think so you might have a problem like I got a problem with the type of women that I attract. And the only way I can fix it is if I change myself. But it might not even be something that you're doing consciously. It might be something subconsciously that you're doing that you don't even know that you're doing because it's subconscious. A counselor can help bring that out. So you never know. That is true. Black men do think like that. But like I said, man, counseling. I went to parenting class and they taught me to access, not access, but don't say sorry. What are you saying sorry for? It taught me how to find out what I will and won't deal with. And that helped me with my relationships. They taught me that to deal with my children, but it went even further than that because it helped me with my relationships. So you see how I went into it. I went into it thinking that I'm only going to get assistance with my children. Come to find out, I was able to use that information to help with everything else in my life. So you never know what counseling can help you with. You might not even be going there to get the problem fixed or to get information or help with the problem that you have, that she might bring something out of you that you didn't even know there was a problem. Man, look, if anything, you don't have to go to counseling with a problem. Just go to counseling and be like, look, I just want to have a healthy mind. I want to think healthy. You can I mean, what's wrong with getting better, right? What's wrong with being better? There's nothing wrong being better, being a better person. You can just go to counseling and be like, I just want to be a better person. I need some tips, some tools, how to be a better person. I want to be better than I am today, tomorrow. And through that, you might end up with a whole nother I mean, nobody's perfect. There's always things that we need to work on. They're like life coaches, I would say. Think of a counselor as a life coach. Don't think of them as a counselor. They're like life coaches. Just like pediatricians, they are masters of pediatricians are masters of children, right? They are masters of knowing about a child. Veterinarians are masters of dogs and animals. So don't understand why my kid is crying a lot, I can go to the pediatrician and ask them why my kid is crying a lot. Most people think pediatricians are just to s- to heal a sick baby or a sick child, but they help with behavioral issues and all kind of stuff. I just found out that a veterinarian helps with training. They give you tools and tips and stuff on how to train your dog and behaviors that dogs have, the minds and stuff like that. I just thought veterinarians were to help give, immunizations and heal the sick dog. There's so many facets to a veterinarian. I thought he was picking up my trailer that I never even knew. Like people think counseling is bad because I don't want nobody in my business telling me what to do or how to do it. But that's not what they do at all. It's just like if you're having a conversation with somebody and you want to learn about them and they like to talk or they don't like to talk. If they don't like to talk, you ask the question, so where you from? They tell you where you're from. Oh, how you like that? How was it? How was it in Virginia growing up? And then they might explain what it's like in Virginia growing up, but in that conversation, they might say something that triggers something. They might say something that in the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna write this down and bring this up later. And you probably told them, growing up was cool. I had my brothers and sisters. My dad wasn't there, but my mom, she held the house down, and you know, um, we made it work. Well, what you said was your dad wasn't there, so that's a red flag to what sort of issues might arise from your dad not being there. So now we're gonna, well, how was it like what was it like for your dad to not be there? Then you're gonna talk about that. She's just gonna ask questions so you could talk about it. And then the big ones come out when they say, well, how did you feel about that? How did that make you feel? "Well, I don't know how that made me feel, or it made me feel this way, or it made me feel that way." And then if you don't know how it made you feel, what were you thinking about when that happened? If you don't know how it made you feel, what did it make you think about? It just A counselor helps you think through your thoughts because on the surface you have this thought, but the counselor helps you peel the layers off, right? Why are these trucks coming in and out before me, after me? And I only had like two pallets. They ain't text me. That's crazy. But counselors, they just help you think through the stuff. Like I remember one time I went to the counselor, I was like, I don't know why I'm upset. Like it had to do with the relationship that I was in. And I was explaining to her I didn't understand why I was upset. And she helped me understand why I was upset just by asking questions. And then I was explaining to him. And it's like a teamwork type thing. I love counselors. I don't know. If nothing else, you could go to a counselor and just bounce ideas off that person and see how they think about it. Because, two minds are better than one. They're literally like life coaches. I believe so. I am I feel like I'm gonna do some stuff. So I'm gonna go. because the CANS assessment that I was telling y'all about, I am in the process of, so they're supposed to give me the certification. So I'm supposed to like take the classes and get the certification through them. But I was proactive and I found out a way to do it myself. So I'm getting ready to finish the assessment, the courses and stuff like that, so I can take the assessment and add that to my repertoire. You can call me, yeah, that's fine. But I'm gonna let y'all go because I said I wasn't gonna be on here for long, and I've been on here 75 minutes. But y'all, well, I'm looking forward to getting this email tomorrow, so I'm gonna let y'all know when I get it, cause we got this, and we about to start saving these children and parents and families. And I want y'all to be safe, and I'll talk to y'all again on the flip side. Bye, y'all.